What's up? What's up? What's up? This is your boy Danli Divine. I am sitting here trying to start something up. It is called Tea Time. So Divine Tea Time, where I end up having conversations, usually with my sister early in the morning. As you can hear the kettle going in the background. We better go ahead and indulge in some tea. So I mean, hey, relax your mind. It is Divine Tea Time. So let's go ahead and get straight into it.
Let me invite you up. All right. There you go.
Good morning.
Can you hear me? Morning. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Hold on, I got music playing. I was in the zone.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm all right. I was trying to find my book because every morning when I wake up, words go through my head, but I can't find my backpack. The one that says Poly Girls Rock.
Wasn't it downstairs?
It's over. I had took it when I went on my walk yesterday, so I think it's by the bed now. I'm about to check.
Find the backpack, load up with things that you can use.
Yeah, it might be downstairs still. Look down there real quick.
On the bed. That's the last place I saw it.
Okay.
Anything that you might
yeah, it's down there.
Inside for you.
Backpack. Yeah. Yeah, facts on. But this is before our kids though. That's like when we was in school. What you talking about? We ain't that old, young. I don't even know what it would be called to have kids when Dora the Explorer is still on actively.
Well, we had younger, I don't know how we ended up watching Dora. We weren't even that young to be watching Dora. We were always surrounded by somebody else's kids to watch Dora.
I guess so, yeah. I found it. I found my backpack.
Well, she was watching Dora, and I got stuck watching Dora because you were watching Dora.
No. If anything, it was probably 2 that was watching Dora. Nah, we got stuck watching Teletubbies because of him.
Facts.
But he want to chase people around the apartment with a freaking knife.
Freaking butcher knives.
How old was he? He was like what? How old was he? Like 3?
He wasn't even that old yet. I think he was like 2.
2 was 2 letting around.
Live Chucky doll. Was it live Chucky doll?
Hey, Rail, check this out. This is one that I wrote a little while back. Or this is the one I wrote the other day at the park. I didn't finish it though. I was like, "Dear angels and my higher self, I know that I'm not the most disciplined person. That is something that I'm working on. I am working on stopping habits that I have currently from youth."
That's deep.
I mean, I'm doing self-reflection. I gotta dig into it, you know. Just like how just like my group is called Divine Time Healing. Like you're gonna heal in time. I mean, it doesn't happen overnight.
No, it's a process.
Facts on facts.
But you gotta be willing to go through the process.
True, and I'm not gonna lie, that process is hard because I think one of the biggest things is a lot of people don't want to really dig into themselves. They don't want to admit that there's something wrong. I think that's like the first thing. Like when it comes to like a lot of rehab or healing things, it's like the hardest part is admitting that there's an issue.
Acceptance. That is one. So speaking of what you just said, there are certain steps that they have to follow. People follow when they're going through rehabilitation, drug and alcohol abuse. I'll say that because that's where, my background lies and future lies. They have a program. Like when they go to AA meetings, they have the 12-step program. And one of those steps is acceptance. You have to accept, what I'm saying, that I have a problem, or, I accept my behavior. I'm not going to say the word problem because that can be taken negatively. But I'm accepting that, I have this behavior that I would like to change. And in knowing and realizing that is when we become aware of it and be like, you know what? I don't like that. I want to change that. Because we only can change ourselves. We can't change nobody else.
Facts on facts. We can only change ourselves. And I mean, that's one of the big things. Like people need to understand, like, look, you're only in charge of yourself. You're only in charge of the energy you put out, not how people respond to it. I mean, that's like one of the big things that I'm really, really just trying to work on, because I mean, we got big energy. Yeah. Like when we let our energy out and we're not containing it no more, we got big energy, which is wild.
Yeah.
Because I mean, usually like people usually look at me, and depending on like where I'm at, if I'm comfortable, then people are just like, oh, he's the life of the party. If I'm like observing everything, they're just like, oh, okay, he's just another person. But then it's like when I start to get more comfortable, they're like, yo, where the did he come from? But I mean, really digging in and looking at the things that digging in, looking at the things that I need to heal, taking ownership of things that I did that caused some of these things, and then also thinking about what learning the lessons from those things that did happen, and how I can not necessarily avoid, but avoid is not the word I'm looking for, but more like defuse those situations.
In the future.
Yeah. So like recognize those situations to where it does not happen again. So the cycle does not repeat. Because I mean, and I think that's one of the biggest things when it comes down to healing is people have to understand what had happened, learn from that, so that way when the situation arises again, they don't fall into the same trap where the same thing does not happen. Because insanity is literally doing the same thing over and over, hoping for a different result. I mean, everybody ends up running across the same demon in a different freaking flesh bag. I'm just like, you'll be fighting the same demon in different people throughout your life. And it's just like, bruh, you have to recognize it. Otherwise, you're going to keep falling into the same trap. Like, there might just be minor things that end up changing, that get twisted a little bit. But ultimately, it's going to be the same exact outcome. The only thing that may be different is the consequences may be much higher.
Every time you go through a test and you fail that test, you're going to keep repeating that same exact test. What's going to happen is, it may not come to you in the same exact way that it came the first time. You know the saying, you know, a tiger can't change his stripes?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. You know, the next time it may be a wolf in sheep's clothing. You know what I'm saying? Like the enemy, it's not going to come to you the same exact way. And I know, like, for example, like for the opposite sex, you may have a specific taste in male or female, right? And, you know, and I'm going to use myself as a female. You know what I'm saying? Like, the enemy's not going to
you are a female, aren't you?
Right, I am.
I'm messing with you. It's a woman! Gosh. Anyway, continue.
You know, like, for me, before I got married, like, my preference was a tall, light-skinned man. I like men with hair. You know what I'm saying? My husband is not tall, nor is he light-skinned. However, you know,
he's almost as tall as me.
I would literally be put in situations where it was a tall, light-skinned man, and I would get in trouble every time.
That's a damn lie. That's a lie. Okay, I was about to say, I was like, because you know damn well that other dude was not light-skinned. Yeah.
I would get in trouble in a different way then with the tall, light-skinned man, because that was my weakness. You know what I'm saying? And then the enemy would slide in and send mud ducks my way. And I'm like, oh, you know, with my beautiful heart, I'll give the mud duck a chance. And lo and behold, the mud duck would do me worse than the tall, light-skinned man.
I got a friend, Julia. You're familiar with her.
Yeah.
There was one time, like back in the day, like I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling Julia for a long time. To this day I still do. Like that is like my Marine Corps wife right there. She's my Marine Corps sister, my Marine Corps wife. Like, but there was one time she told me, she was like, I feel like you're what I need, you're just not what I want.
Oh.
Yeah, that shit hurt. That shit hurt. That hit hard. It hit real hard. It hit me hard. But I mean, to this day, me and her are still real cool. And if anything were to go sideways, I know we would tie the knot like quick, fast, in a hurry, because we're both just so over relationships for the most part. We're like, look, with what we have, if that does not work, then me and her are just gonna come together. I hope she jumps in here too. That'd be amazing. But ultimately, it's funny. it's funny that you actually mentioned how we keep getting tested, the same test and everything. Literally in season 3 of my podcast, in the episode called Shadow Work, we literally said that exact same thing, and we were like, "You will sit here and keep getting tested, the same test." I said it like this. I was like, "It's like you have a pop quiz, and then if you fail that pop quiz, the next thing you know, you have a quiz, then you end up having a test. And right now, it's like we're at the time of final exams." And it's the same test, but now it's just like every time that you're getting tested, the consequences are getting more and more severe. Yes. And so therefore, if you don't learn your lesson, you're going to end up getting to the point to where it can destroy your life.
Yep.
And right now, I'm like, as evil as everything is in the world, I feel like we're in the final exam era. And I think the only thing, not even that, I think the next thing to happen is the SAT.
Yeah.
Because I'm the SAT is going to be the last one. I think that one right there is going to be a compilation of everything that you should have learned throughout this lifetime. Which, I guess for anybody who goes with the Bible, I guess you could say that would be Revelations, to find out if you are going to get raptured up. Yeah. But I mean, ultimately, I'm just like, I feel like this is the final exam times, because if you think about it, you can listen to so many people these days, like, they're just going through hard times, real hard times. And it's just like, yo, what the fudge?
What's going on?
Like, everybody is getting it. Everybody's getting it. Like, what the fudge? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, I agree, and I like you said it, you said that so beautifully, like, there's the levels, you know what I'm saying, like,
there's levels to this shit.
Repeating the same thing, and it's every time, if you don't pass, and I think Mom told us this when we were kids, like, just, you're going to keep being tested by that same devil until you say, you know what, devil, get thee behind me. Until you shut it down, until you can look and have that spirit of discernment and recognize what in fact is going on and not be blinded. A lot of times we get blinded.
Yeah.
We get so blinded by, oh my God, this person's spirit is so beautiful. Are they? Is it?
That is exactly why I don't. That is why, like, anytime something. So with me, I'm an emotional individual. I learned. I was like, look, if I feel it, if I have some kind of emotional ties to the individual, I'm not gonna trust myself. I'm gonna seek outside. I'm gonna see outside, because I've learned my lesson. I was like, I always look for the good in people. Yeah. And that ultimately, almost every single time, fucks me with 10 dicks and no lube. And I'm tired of getting fucked over in ways that don't lead to an orgasm.
Lord have mercy.
Excuse my language, but seriously, I'm tired. I'm tired of always having a good heart, trying to do the right thing, and then I'm always looked at as the bad person. Yeah. And then when the truth does come out, everybody wants to try and run back to me, and it's like, nah, y'all left me. Y'all left me when I needed y'all, or y'all were trying to downplay it and make it seem like it wasn't a big deal. Then when y'all find out how much of a big deal things were, or whatever, then all of a sudden it's like either one or two things gonna happen. Y'all gonna make it seem like, oh, I should have known better, or two, y'all just gonna be like, well, damn, is there anything I can do now? Nah, like that song said, where your ass was at.
Hey, the damage is done. You know what I mean? Like,
facts.
Hey, here's my saying that there's two sayings that I have been living by this year when I started going through my healing journey and working on myself. The first one is, when people show you who they are, believe them. That's the first.
Facts.
The second one that I invented, somebody said something to me, and it didn't. I wasn't even bothered by it no more. Okay. And they looked at me like they were expecting for me to be upset. They were like, "What's wrong with you?" Yeah. I was like, "Nothing." They're like, "You mad?" My response was, and it shocked the stew out of them. My response to them was, "How can I be mad at you for being who you are?"
Facts. Thank you. Oi.
Those are my two sayings for the year. I can't be mad at somebody for being exactly who they are. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Don't be mad at them because they showed you who they were and you thought they were somebody else. No, they showed you who they were. What you mad for? You knew who it was. That's how I'm living my life now. I'm not going to be consumed and allow somebody else's behavior to control who I am when I know who I am. I know what my identity is. Just because you may not recognize who you are, don't project your mess off on me. And that's
Projection.
That's fine. Mm-hmm. But
don't
yeah,
stress over things you cannot control. That's funny because literally, like, that's one of mine. Don't stress over things you cannot control. That is like one of my boundaries. I'm like, look, I'm not gonna. No matter what somebody does to me, whatever somebody does to me, I'm like, you know what? It has nothing to do with me. All right, cool. I'm like, and that's the thing too. Is like I really started recognizing when people were coming at you and using you statements like you're ugly or you're stupid. It's like, okay,
you're a hater.
You're telling me that you feel that you're ugly or that you're stupid. You're projecting how you feel on me because you see something in me that reminds you of yourself. Okay, got you. So I don't take offense to that stuff. Like once you start learning about projection and how this stuff works, and because there's times where it's like people will try and jokingly say it to you. You're like, oh my God, you're so stupid. And it's like, that's not something to laugh about. And they're like, oh, I'm just joking. It's like, you're really not, but okay, cool. And in my head, I'm just like, that's how you feel about yourself? So then, I mean, the old me would just be like, you're a very beautiful individual. And then that would like trip them out. And then they'll be wondering like, why the hell I'm saying that? Because I recognize you're saying these things to me because that's how you feel about yourself. So you need reassurance.
Projection.
But now, the me now, I'm just like, bites my fruit, lets them talk, get it off your chest. Are you done? All right, have a good day. So I'll let you vent. I'll let you vent about how you feel, trying to put it on me, but I see where it's really coming from. You need to get you a rose course or something and heal your heart chakra. Like you hurting. You hurting.
What up, it's your boy Westside Jones. Be sure to check out my podcast, Vibes of Westside, Tuesdays at 2 o'clock. Also, be sure to check out some of my music on all streaming platforms. Westside Jones is WESSYDEJONES. Get familiar. Yeah.
Hurting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, whenever.
But that's what it is. You know that saying, hurt people. Like that. Yeah. When I first heard that saying, I didn't really understand the magnitude and the depth of what that statement meant until I ended up in a relationship where it literally broke me down to my toenails. Where I was like, what did I do? You know, a lot of times we internalize things and put stuff on self. What did I do? I didn't deserve this. You know, I. But, you know, I like what you say. America breeds narcissists. It's always about myself. A lot of times it's not, you know, it's not about me. But what is going on with this person to cause them to treat me this way? What happened to you? Who hurt you? You know, and it's all
got
how
trauma.
we think
You
about
need to
things.
heal.
We need to heal. You know what I'm saying? We got, but like, you know, and I'm big on this is what helped me out tremendously. We got to learn how to forgive people, bruh.
Forgiveness.
We got to forgive folk because we hold on to stuff, and holding on to those things is why we end up hurting other people. Hurt people. Forgive your mama, forgive your daddy, forgive your brother, your cousin, your sister, your grandma, whoever, because you're breeding that and it's carrying. Your baby daddy, your baby mother, whoever. Forgive those people because people do things out of ignorance.
That's one thing that gets me. Oh, no, I was letting you finish. I was just waiting for the pause so I can come in. We trying to be respectful around here, you know.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, baby. But no, true talk, no lie. I mean, even when it comes down to relationships, which speaking of it, May 26th, are you going to jump on to the healthy relationships and healthy communication in a relationship on the live?
I'll turn my speaker off. Can you hear me? You heard my speaker?
Yeah. Sound like you just unplugged the robot from the Jetsons.
I know, right? What time?
Yeah, so I mean, the same time that we did the last one.
Oh, so I think it was 6:30? Yeah. I mean, I don't believe I have anything.
Yeah,
that's a Friday.
Yeah.
That's a Friday night. I think
the 26th is a Friday? Okay.
Yeah, because the 27th is Saturday.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, that is my day.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But nah, I'm trying to do like a discussion live every 2 weeks. So that way we have time to prepare for it, write our notes down, so that way we know what the topic is, and if you got researchers like Queenie or whatever, they can do by the way, I punched a dog this morning.
What did she do?
Woke me up, and I don't do well getting woken up in a way like that, and I punched the shit out of her. She tried so I was asleep obviously, and then I just woke up to something licking me, and I punched the fuck out of it. And then she was just like, and jumped off the bed. I was like, oh, snap, I'm so sorry. And I was like, why are you up here? And that's why I was asking the kids. I was like, did Phoenix go out? What the heck? But,
yeah, Cordell took her out.
Yeah, but she came up here and licked my face, and I punched her face in. I'm sorry, girl. Like, even Anaya knows, like, if you're going to wake me up, like, just, like, lightly brush my leg or something, be away from anything that can swing at you. So she'll, like, come over and, like, lightly touch you, like, hey. Like, you can't just come over and be rough with me, because I'm gonna wake up and be beating ass. Like, I remember my ex-wife, I kicked her through a television on accident. I was like, I'm so sorry. She's like, no, fuck this shit. I was like, I'm sorry. But yeah. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, ultimately it comes down to healing. And how you said hurt people hurt people. I mean, that's one thing why I feel like a lot of relationships are so toxic these days. Because it's like you have hurt people. Yeah, it's not even that. It's like people don't even take the time to heal after a relationship. They get from one relationship straight to the next relationship. It's almost like right now growing, it's like not just right now, but even with us when we were growing up, it was almost put into our head that you need to be in a relationship. When you reach a certain age, you need to have married and get a house and a white picket fence and whoop, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, yo, it's really not like that. I mean, ultimately, now it seems like people feel that the only way to be happy is to be with somebody else.
Yep.
And they don't even know how to love themselves. So how are you expect to have somebody else love you when you don't even know what the fuck you like?
That's so true. That is so true.
Then at the same time, people are so worried about what others think of them, they don't even want them to love themselves. Because in order for them to love themselves, that requires them to be by themselves. Now, people, if they go out on a date by themselves, they're going to be worried about who's looking at me and, oh, I look like a loner and da-da-da. Stop thinking about these social norms. Like, that's so stupid.
You know what?
Me and Heaven were talking about something the other day. We were talking about normal versus natural. And right now we're so stuck in being normal based off of things that is forced upon us, society and all that, that we're not doing what is natural to us. And the thing that's natural to us is not working, slaving for other people to just be able to pay for a place to live that you're never at. But it's wild.
That's
we are literally slaves by another name.
Yep, Americans. I mean, sorry, did I say that out loud?
America, fuck yeah.
Hey,
yeah, you said it.
Let me say this. Lecrae has 2 songs called Welcome to America. If anybody ever, Lecrae, Welcome to America, he has 2. And he just redid another one on his new album. When I say that Joker is laying stuff out, he put it all out there. Welcome to America by Lecrae. He talks about all of that stuff. He talks about it. Okay. I mean, he takes even back the first Welcome to America. He takes it back to, slavery. Like back in the day, slavery, huh?
How you spell his name?
Lecrae, Lecar, I think. Don't give me the line on live.
Got it.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, like, just in the music that we listen to, music is soothing. It's healing. It is healing.
Do you mean? Are you talking about his Welcome to America?
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome to America. Welcome to America.
I'm about to put that on
he has 2 of them.
What's up? It's your boy, Danli Divine, and you just listened to an episode of Divine Tea Time with Danli. That right there we usually do on Clubhouse every Friday. Come tap in anytime that you want. You might, if you want, you can become a part of the podcast as well. I have the link into the show notes. And this episode, I was talking with Danli, which I'm always usually talking with Danli. That's my sister. And what we like to do is, in the mornings, we'll usually come together, drink some tea, and just have a conversation so that we can get ready to go about our day. Because, I mean, ultimately, it's like you have to prepare yourself in order to go about to start dealing with the things you got to deal with throughout the day. I mean, whether you have children or either you're going to work and dealing with people you really don't want to be around, when you're working a job or just over broke, or you have a career, something that is actually building and that can actually do something for you later on in life. We all have stresses. And then ultimately with Divine Tea Time, I just want to allow people to come on and get good smiles and laughs and actually stimulate their mind to fully wake up before they actually go into their day. And that is the purpose and what I have for Divine Tea Time. So again, like I said, that's on Clubhouse. You can tap in anytime. I got the link down there in the show notes. All right, love you all. Oh, by the way, I want to go ahead and say this because I never really do say this. I'm not trying to monetize off this podcast. I want to reach as many people as possible. I want to reach those who need to hear the messages. So if you like the podcast, please like, subscribe, and share. And the reason I say share is because with this podcast, we're passing a lot of knowledge, and that knowledge turns to wisdom when you pass it on to other individuals. So whether that is for you or not, if you pass it to somebody else, it might be for them, and they can use the words that we are saying and the knowledge that we are passing on, therefore passing on that wisdom. So yes, hit that like, subscribe, and definitely share. And like I said, I'm not trying to monetize. I'm never going to ask you all for anything, and I'm probably not going to be selling anything on here. I just want to make sure that those who want their voice heard have a place to where they can have their voice heard. I want those who are seeking that positivity and that light to have somewhere where they can do that. That is all that I ask. Thank you.